Hey everybody, happy Thursday. It is I, your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend Joe Seeby. And happy Thursday, guys. And Thursday is part of our creative writing series that we like to call Picture This. Picture This is when I give you guys an image, a drawing, a painting. It could be, I go to Google Images, I find all kinds of images, from paintings to abstract art to whatever, and I present it to you, and your job is to write a chorus or a poem. I mean, like, if you don't think whatever. This is a songwriting class, so it could just end up being a poem that you wrote, but I want you to try, okay? So I want you to, this is when I show you a photograph, and then you have to write a chorus. It's got to rhyme. It's got to make sense. But no matter what's on that picture, there's no wrong way to do this. If I show you a picture of a balloon and it makes you think about your dog that you had when you were 10 because he would run around and pop all the balloons biting them, then that's up to you. So there's no wrong way for that content. As long as it's catchy, it's creative, and it rhymes, and then this is your universe, you own this universe. So whatever you decide to write about is entirely up to you. Now, I love this exercise, and I want to tell you why I love this exercise, because like everybody in the world, I don't care how creative you are. I don't care how many #1 hit songs that you've had in the world. I don't care who you are. Diane Warren, all the greatest songwriters on the planet, they get, sometimes they're just not feeling creative, and they need a push, a creative push to get them and their juices going so that they can write something that's creative. And I'm not always feeling creative. I say this all the time, and I'm going to say it every time we have this class, is because, maybe I'm tired, I'm exhausted. I worked all day, or I did, I've been doing this, that, and the other thing. And now I got to be creative between the hours of 7:30 and 12 midnight, okay? Because somebody's coming over and they want me to write a great song with them. Okay, and maybe they have no ideas and they're waiting for me to deliver some sort of material to them, right? So, there's days when I just don't feel very creative, and these are little tricks to get yourself in touch with your creative side so that you can ignite it when you need to, because not everybody feels creative every moment of every day. So, there's days I'm tired, or, I just want to lay around, or, I just want to watch TV and veg out, like everybody. But then you look at your date book and you're like, oh no, I got a session today at 7. I got to turn it on. I got to, turn the jets on, the creativity jets, and get something moving here. So, anything can be any outside source. Even writing with other people is so fun. I love it. I love when we were in class of performing arts, we'd be in a room. I could pull a picture up on the big giant TV screen in the front room, and or we have that big whiteboard up front, so we could start writing ideas up there, and all of us together as a group being creative. Just bouncing stuff off of each other is so fun, and so just a great way to do it. But, sometimes you got to be self-sufficient, and you have to be a self-starter. You can't rely on other people for your creativity. So a good way to get in touch with, this is the way I do it anyway. I don't know about everybody else, but watching a movie can do it for me. Seeing something on the news that's jarring, whether it's something bad, tragic, or something wonderful and a feel-good story, or, a scary movie, an action movie. Photographs really get me for some reason, because I think because a photograph is only a still picture and you have to give it movement. What I mean is, it's like a moment frozen in time. You don't know what's happened before the picture or after. So your job is to like create the before, during, and after. That's kind of like what gets me excited about it, is that we don't know anything prior to it. We don't know anything afterwards. So it's up to us to create the life that goes into, or the history behind the photograph. So, okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you the picture right now. So I'm going to turn the camera around. You're going to see the picture. So here it is. Okay, so there's the picture. Okay, so it's a heart with a lock, you know, a little keyhole in the middle with a key and two red dice that match the beautiful red heart with a golden key. I just saw that picture. I was looking at a bunch of pictures, because, Valentine's Day was around the corner. So like, there was all these like little heart pictures, just came up on the feed. And that one was just cool to me. It was like, oh, that's pretty neat, There's that heart with a keyhole, a big golden key, and two dice. So, I started to think about it. And here's what and this is a really important part of this exercise. And I say it all the time, and I'm not ever going to stop saying this because it really is so important. This is an exercise where I want you to go in a room by yourself without anybody in the room with you. I don't want you on your phone unless you're doing research for this. I don't want you playing any Candy Crush or anything like that. I want you to really stare at that picture. And then I want you to act, as you're staring at the picture, I want you to start to daydream. And whatever's in that daydream, I hope it has something to do with what you were just staring at. I'm sure it does, Let your mind go. Let your mind totally go. Go way up in here and just really riff out in your imagination. I don't want you doing anything else. I don't want anybody to mess up your concentration. That's why I want you to go in a room if you can. If you have a room by yourself, shut the door. Put a couple hours aside. I mean it. Even an hour or two. Just put 2 hours aside for this project because you're going to need it. Okay? Then I want you to start writing down, based on what you're looking at, just start an outline and write down all the things that makes you think, that picture makes you think about, okay? Don't even worry about it rhyming yet. Just, I want you to write all the aspects, emotions, like write a little emotion column, emotion, like sad, happy, whatever, angry, bitter, regret, all those things. And then look at the physical aspect of the picture and write down all the physical aspects, okay? Because like even the color, right, is red. You can say what's in the picture too. It could be a reflection of what you're trying to say. Okay, so these are all things. So I want you to write down all those little things that the picture makes you think about, and write it in little, lists. And then at the bottom, then when you start to get a fix on what you think this is about, or what your emotional level is, as you're looking at this, if you could put it into a poetic kind of system, the way songs are. Look at, any song that you really like, study the lyrics, really study the lyrics. And the other thing is, when you write a chorus, it should be universally understood. I said this with the Ghost chorus too the other day, but I mean it. It shouldn't be an inside joke or an inside, between friends thing. Everyone should get it. Everyone should get what you're trying to say in a chorus, because you're trying to reach as many people as you can, and you don't have a very long amount of time to explain it. It's got to be very self-explanatory and super creative and hooky, and it should rhyme. Of course, it's got to rhyme. Okay, so I'm going to read you now what I wrote based on that picture. Okay, so of course, you know, I always tell you guys this, but I riff out up here and I go, man, I'm seeing all this stuff. And of course, I base a lot of this stuff on things that I've experienced, because we go by what our own experiences are. That's how we navigate ourselves through the world, by what we've seen and where we've been, and, you know, and all the things we've experienced. So I only write about things that I have felt personally. So this is what I wrote for this. Okay, so I wrote, tears fill my eyes, 'cause everything I hoped for in my life came crashing all around me in one night. I was betting with my heart, and I lost this time. And you were never mine. Tears fill my eyes, 'cause everything I hoped for in my life came crashing all around me in one night. I was betting with my heart, and I lost this time. And now I see that you were never mine. So, you know, when I saw the dice, you know, it reminded me of betting, gambling. You know, you're gambling, you know. So, you know, the heart, the dice, gambling, you know, and of course, you know, the key with the little keyhole in the heart, you know, all that stuff. It's such a strong representation of, you know, when you lose at love, it's a big hurt. And that's why there's a key. You unlock that heart for people that you really care about, regardless if you get hurt or not. It's just that trust that you're willing to risk everything for this thing, but then you realize that you made a big mistake, and that hurt is huge, you know. So that is my words. And yeah, so that's it. That's my words. I can't wait to see what you guys write for this. And then tomorrow, of course, we're going to write a melody for Friday's melody writing class. So tomorrow we're going to get back together and we're going to write a melody based on these words. Okay. And if you want to at home, write a melody based on whatever words you wrote tonight. Okay. All right, guys. Well, that is all the time we have for tonight. This is your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend, Joe CB. I love you guys. I miss you very much. Be safe, stay well, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. I love you guys. Peace.